Alright guys, back with the next video in this Yankees autographs and relics series. Today we're going to be going through players with the letter C, but before I get to those, a few that I missed out on in the previous video for the letter B, because these were in my Puerto Rican PC box, but wanted to include these in this series because this player's pictured with the Yankees on these. So it's Carlos Beltran. Just 3 relics. I don't have any autographs of him as a Yankee. Don't think I've ever seen an autograph of him as a Yankee. There's one from Tier 1. This one's my favorite here from Museum. Nice patch number to 35. I bought that off a YouTube guy in my first days here on YouTube. I forget the channel name. I think it was like Chicago Fan Jason or something like that. He was doing that set, then decided to split it up, so sold me that one on a pretty good deal. So that officially ends the B stuff, so let's move on to the letter C. And starting off the letter C with Melky Cabrera. Got an Allen and Ginter relic there. Former pretty big prospect for the Yankees. He had a few decent seasons with the Yankees. Was part of the '09 championship team, but overall I'd say he didn't live up to the really high expectations that he had. But still, whether it's guys that didn't live up to the hype or, again, great players, mediocre players, like, doesn't matter. They all go in the Yankee box and they all stay there. So I had the green on this, and also I guess that's like the red X-Fractor or something. And this one's probably my favorite out of these. The 05 Topps Chrome Refractor Rookie Auto. Those were numbered to 500. And I even have one more Melky Auto. I think this one I got in a care package from somebody. Can't remember who though. But another decent looking one there from Topps Moments and Milestones. That's part of the cool thing of doing this. You see some of these old sets that you haven't seen in a while. And next up for the C's, you got Robinson Cano. Kind of funny that Cano follows Cabrera here in alphabetical order, because when they were on the Yankees, they were pretty close friends. There's a nice Bowman Sterling auto jersey. But yeah, when they were both here, they were tight, and then A-Rod kind of took them under their wing, which I was never too thrilled about, because I was afraid they were going to pick up some of his bad habits, which I guess they did. They both got PED suspensions later on in their careers. But I guess you can't blame that all on A-Rod. They made their own decisions. But I love this one. I've actually been working on this set for years. Missing just 2 cards from it, but the 2 that I'm missing, they're not really that great, but the people that have them want too much for them, so kind of been waiting on those. There's a bat relic from the early days of Panini Baseball. Yeah, it doesn't look so great there. You can clearly see the no logos on the jersey or hat. I think they've learned to stop like doing those dead-on shots like that. Numbered to 299. There's another bat relic. Turkey red. That's a pretty cool looking one. And this one I showed not too long ago in the Lou Rock Response upper deck jersey. I think that one might have been in a care package. If I remember correctly, I think it was I Collect Ichiro that sent me that one. Next up, the only card of this guy in here, Jose Canseco bat relic. He wasn't with the Yankees for very long. I think for like a few months at the end of the 2000 season. So he doesn't have a lot of Yankee stuff. But still, always cool to see him in pinstripes. I mean, whether you like him or not, he was an iconic player. Next up, you got Jake Cave, another former prospect. Pretty cool looking signature. I know he spent some big league time with the Twins. Not sure if he's still there. Kind of a 4th outfielder type. Next up, we got some Java Chamberlain. Man, when this guy came up, he was like one of the best relievers I had ever seen. He was lights out for like a few months. But then they tried to make him a starter. I mean, he was a starter in the minors, but The following year, they tried to make him a starter and then put him back into the bullpen, and they just kept kind of messing with him. And he also had a bunch of injuries, so it didn't really live up to the hype. But he was part of the '09 championship team and pitched all right during that playoff run. Love this one. I used to love Upper Deck Exquisite. Always such a cool product. Definitely overpaid for this back in the day, but that's all part of collecting. Can't really regret stuff like that. Next, here's my only Chris Chambliss auto. Looks cool, but has like a big crease on the bottom here, which kind of sucks. But it's my only Chambliss, so it'll have to be good enough for now. Next, here's another didn't make it prospect, Ian Clarkin. Kind of an interesting looking signature. So yeah, didn't make it, but still a cool looking Yankee card. And here we have some Roger Clemens. He became really one of my favorite pitchers to watch when he was with the Yankees. I feel like something that gets kind of underestimated about him was he was not just like a big power pitcher just trying to blow everybody away. Like, especially during his time with the Yankees, I loved watching him attack a lineup. He was like a really smart pitcher too. It's a cool one from Honor Roll. So again, kind of another forgotten Upper Deck product there. Another really cool one there. I got a dual piece Clemens jersey, Mussina bat for some reason. That's kind of cool. I like when they have like a bat for an American League pitcher. Not something you see every day. And then my one Clemens auto is one that I really like, from Topps Tribute, number to 35. Yeah, I bought that from a sale that Snodzilla was doing a while back. Wish Snodzilla would do more sales, because he always sells you stuff like this at a very fair price. But yeah, I've been wanting a Clemens Yankee auto for the longest, and I used to have a Blue Jays auto of him, but never a Yankee auto until I bought that one, so really love that one. And a few more to go here. This one's taking a bit longer than some of the other ones. But here you have a Garrett Cole. I guess that's a Top Sapphire. I don't even know. I think I bought this his first year with the Yankees. Really cool looking, but honestly, I'm not too sold on him. Don't really trust him in a big spot. This next guy is the total opposite. Always trusted him in a big game. David Cone. Definitely one of my favorite all-time pitchers. Another guy that I didn't have an auto of him for the longest, and recently picked this one up. Got it pretty cheap too, like a little over $10, which I usually see when people try to sell his autos. They usually want like $25 to $30 for them. And the last guy here is going to be kind of an unknown guy. Seems like that happens often with these. But there you got Brent Cox. I remember him. He was like considered a decent prospect. Here's the refractor version of that. Some people were talking about him possibly being the closer of the future, but first off, Mariano just kept pitching, so they didn't need another closer. And secondly, this guy just wasn't that good, so never really made it. But I have those two, and I have this buyback auto from '06 Bowman Originals. It's kind of funny because the card they use here is from '05 Bowman, so the very next year they used it as a buyback. Felt like they kind of cheated on that one. Usually you expect the buyback to be a little bit older. But anyway, that is the end of my Yankee hits for the letter C. We will continue on with this series very soon.